Good morning. Here are some morning prayers by Bahá'u'lláh. I have wakened in thy shelter, O my God. And it becometh him that seeketh that shelter to abide within the sanctuary of thy protection and the stronghold of thy defense. Illumine my inner being, O my Lord, with the splendors of the day spring of thy revelation, even as thou didst illumine my outer being with the morning light of thy favor. Here's another one. O my God and my Master, I am thy servant and the son of thy servant. I have risen from my couch at this dawntide, when the day star of thy oneness hath shone forth from the day spring of thy will, and hath shed its radiance upon the whole world, according to what had been mentioned in the books of thy decree. Praise be unto thee that we have wakened to the splendors of the day spring of thy revelation. Send down then upon us, O my Lord, what will enable us to dispense with anyone but thee, and will rid us of all attachment to aught else except thyself. Write down moreover for me and for such as are dear to me, and for my kindred, man and woman alike, the good of this world and of the world to come. Keep us safe then through thine unfailing protection, O thou, the beloved of the entire universe, and the desire of the whole world. From them whom thou hast made to be the manifestation of the evil whisperer, who whisper in men's breasts. Potent art thou to do what pleaseth thee. Thou art verily the Almighty, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Bless thou, O Lord my God, him whom thou hast set over thy most excellent titles, and through whom thou hast divided between the godly and the wicked. Bless thou moreover, O my Lord, them who are thy words and thy letters, and them who have set their faces towards thee and turned unto thy face and hearkened to thy call. and graciously aid us to do what thou lovest and desirest. Thou art verily the Almighty, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Thou art truly the Lord and King of all men, and art potent over all things. Here's another one by Bahá'u'lláh. Suffer me, O my God, to draw nigh unto thee, and to abide within the precincts of thy court. For remoteness from thee hath well nigh consumed me. Cause me to rest under the shadow of the wings of thy grace. For the flame of my separation from thee hath melted my heart within me. Draw me nearer unto the river that is life indeed. For my soul burneth with thirst in its ceaseless search after thee. My sighs, O my God, proclaim the bitterness of mine anguish. And the tears I shed attest my love for thee. I beseech thee by the praise wherewith thou praisest thyself, and the glory wherewith thou glorifiest thine own essence, to grant that we may be numbered among them that have recognized thee, and have acknowledged thy sovereignty in thy days. Help us then to quaff, O my God, from the fingers of mercy, the living waters of thy loving kindness, that we may utterly forget aught else except thee, and be occupied only with thyself. Powerful art thou to do as thou willest. Thou art verily the Almighty, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Glorified be thy name, O thou who art the King of all kings. Here's a prayer for forgiveness by Abdu'l-Baha. O thou forgiving Lord, thou art the shelter of all these thy servants. Thou knowest the secrets, and art aware of all things. We are all helpless, and thou art the mighty, the omnipotent. We are all sinners, and thou art the forgiver of sins, the merciful, the compassionate. O Lord, look not at our shortcomings. Deal with us according to thy grace and bounty. Our shortcomings are many, but the ocean of thy forgiveness is boundless. Our weakness is grievous, but the evidences of thine aid and assistance are clear. Therefore confirm and strengthen us. Enable us to do that which is worthy of thy holy threshold. Illumine our hearts, grant us discerning eyes and attentive ears. Resuscitate the dead and heal the sick. Bestow wealth upon the poor and give peace and security to the fearful. Accept us in thy kingdom and illumine us with the light of guidance. Thou art the powerful and the omnipotent. Thou art the generous. Thou art the clement. Thou art the kind. Here's a prayer that has been attributed to Abdu'l-Baha, but it's never been verified, and it seems as though it may have been written by somebody else, but it's a beloved prayer, and I'm going to say it now. O God, refresh and gladden my spirit. Purify my heart. Illumine my powers. I lay all my affairs in thy hand. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. O God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord. And I'll sing you my friend Clyde Herring's version of this, that she received in a dream from Dizzy Gillespie, who was also a Baha'i. Oh God, refresh and gladden my spirit, purify my heart, illumine my powers. I lay all my affairs in thy hand. 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 There's more to it. I'll see if I can remember it. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved, nor will I let trouble harass me, 'cause I lay all my affairs in thy hand. 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 O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord, 'cause I lay all my affairs in thy hand. 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 It's bright out there. "42nd Hidden Word from the Persian of Bahá'u'lláh. O my servant, purge thy heart from malice, and innocent of envy, enter the divine court of holiness. O my friends, walk ye in the ways of the good pleasure of the friend, and know that his pleasure is in the pleasure of his creatures. That is, no man should enter the house of his friend, save at his friend's pleasure, nor lay hands upon his treasures, nor prefer his own will to his friends, and in no wise seek an advantage over him. Ponder this, ye that have insight. O companion of my throne, hear no evil and see no evil. Abase not thyself, neither sigh and weep. Speak no evil, that thou mayest not hear it spoken unto thee, and magnify not the faults of others, that thine own faults may not appear great, and wish not the abasement of anyone, that thine own abasement be not exposed. Live then the days of thy life that are less than a fleeting moment, with thy mind stainless, thy heart unsullied, thy thoughts pure, and thy nature sanctified, so that free and content thou mayest put away this mortal frame, and repair unto the mystic paradise, and abide in the eternal kingdom forevermore. Nothing's in there. Okay. Oh, we're reading from Baha'u'llah's tablet to Queen Victoria, from the Suriy-i-Haykal, the Suri of the Temple, which is included in this compilation of tablets of Baha'u'lláh called the Summons of the Lord of Hosts. And here we continue with the voice of God speaking to Baha'u'lláh. Reign in thy pen, O pen of the Ancient of Days, and leave them to themselves, for they are immersed in their idle fancies. Make thou mention of the Queen, that she may turn with a pure heart unto the scene of transcendent glory, may withhold not her eyes from gazing toward her Lord, the Supreme Ordainer, and may become acquainted with that which hath been revealed in the books and tablets by the Creator of all mankind. He through whom the sun hath been darkened, and the moon eclipsed, and through whom the call hath been raised betwixt earth and heaven. Turn thou unto God and say, O my sovereign Lord, I am but a vassal of thine, and thou art in truth the King of kings. I have lifted my suppliant hands unto the heaven of thy grace and thy bounties. Send down then upon me from the clouds of thy generosity that which will rid me of all save thee, and draw me nigh unto thyself. I beseech thee, O my Lord, by thy name, which thou hast made the King of names, and the manifestation of thyself to all who are in heaven and on earth, to rend asunder the veils that have intervened between me and my recognition of the dawning place of thy signs, and the dayspring of thy revelation. Thou art verily the Almighty, the All-Powerful, the All-Bounteous. Deprive me not, O my Lord, of the fragrances of the robe of thy mercy in thy days, and write down for me that which thou hast written down for thy handmaidens, who have believed in thee and in thy signs, and have recognized thee, and set their hearts towards the horizon of thy cause. Thou art truly the Lord of the worlds, and of those who show mercy the most merciful. Assist me then, O my God, to remember thee amongst thy handmaidens, and to aid thy cause in thy land. Accept then that which hath escaped me, when the light of thy countenance shone forth. Thou indeed hast power over all things. Glory be to thee, O thou in whose hand is the kingdom of the heavens and of the earth. So that completes the tablet that Baha'u'lláh sent to Queen Victoria, and tomorrow we'll begin to look at his tablet to Nasir-ed-Din Shah, the king of Persia, during that time, during the 1860s. I wish you a blessed day. I wish you much love in your heart today, much patience and endurance and forgiveness and mercy and kindness toward all your fellow creatures.